Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you guys doing? So, I got a couple updates for you all. Turn that off. I don't care about that. Don't need it anymore. What the hell is that? Oh, okay. So, anywho, what's up with you all? So I want to touch base with you all and talk to you about what's going on in the world. All right. I know Pee Wee and I were talking about this earlier about talking about what's going on in the world. Now, excuse me for 1 second. I am just doing this. I want to thank everyone for tuning in this fine day. I also want to say thank you for your support on my channel. And this is going to discuss many issues. So a guy gets killed a while ago by a white police officer kills a black man. So currently, right now, rubber bullets have been fired in Los Angeles. Police cars are vandalized, and that's what's happening right now. We're having protests around the clock, literally. We are having so much problems right now because of this. We need to basically stay home, literally. Other news is death benefits will be provided to families of frontline workers. And, President Trump says White House, protests are there just to cause trouble. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to stand on a limb for the president on this one and say yes, he is. He's completely right. They have nothing better to do. They're so upset and butthurt that we have a problem, So we have a problem, on what's going on in the world. So we have a problem. And that is that the American people have to realize that these people are already getting a lot of trouble. And people sit there and say, "Oh, well, what trouble is that? What's going on? Why are we? Well, what's going on? Duh." And the real problem is Georgia, Wisconsin, and Michigan, I believe it is, or Minnesota, one of the two, have been deployed out of 50 states. Atlanta has set a citywide curfew because of it. Protesters are marching in New York. Police chief says violence will be tolerated. Protesters march to City Hall in Austin, Texas. Police cars are on fire. Denver mayor says go home and stay home. I mean, look, these people are becoming rebels, okay? What they're doing is they're going to go outside the damn box and they're literally going to cause a rebellion, okay? What needs to be done is these people need to be arrested, okay? If you're walking down the street trying to go get bread and milk, and next thing you know, you're seeing a police car on fire, you better turn around and run the other direction because you don't want to be involved with it. Your safest bet is to get your groceries and to do what you have to because, officer fatally shot in Oakland, protests an act of terrorism. I mean, look, Basically, rumor has it that a police station or the police headquarters in Portland was burned to the ground. I mean, literally. We're living in a world where things are happening and we can't have it. I mean, literally. You don't go blow up whatever it. Literally. You don't see me doing these things. It's wrong. It's highly unlikely and it's wrong. Where the hell did my dip can go again? Did she move another one? Time I turn around, that freaking winch is taking my dip. Oh well. People say, oh, well, it's okay. It's right there. That's fine. I don't want to open another can up either. That's fine, So, anyways, the bottom line is the Army is called on 3 states. Any states with major cities, Police are throwing objects at police officers in Los Angeles. Columbus mayor institutes a citywide curfew. I mean, look, let me just talk about something that's bothering me to no end. All right? New York protesters clash with police. Look, I urge you all to do peaceful demonstrations, not to run around and go and act like hooligans. That's all you guys are doing is acting like hooligans. Hooligans, and more hooligans. Whatever happened to peaceful demonstrations, huh? Here on the radio, the Rita show, we don't condone violence. We don't. Look, I'll be right back. Look, if you're going to basically protest peacefully. Because look, 3 states have called in the Army National Guard, okay? More states will follow suit if it gets bad. Curfews are being initialized. Curfews. They're trying to keep domestic terrorisms from basically being happening. But look, you're so riled up that you're causing domestic terrorism. Burning police cars and stuff isn't cool. Vandalizing police cars and I mean, look. Film jumping on Chicago Police Department cars and breaking them. I mean, come on. What's the point of breaking a police car? Again, someone's going to have to pay for it. And if you can't afford it, you're going to go to prison. Now, prisons will fill up because you guys decided to cause panic and chaos over one man. So, protesters are being taken into custody and detaining people. Sorry to say, but if you have that many officers, protesters are turning violent in Philadelphia. Again, look, we have a lot of people out there who, like I have extended friends and moderators who live in Pennsylvania. So look at it this way. Do you really want to cause a war in their home state of Pennsylvania? I, for one, don't. I mean, look, this is 34 minutes ago. Destroying police cars. I mean, look, cars are being vandalized. Look, President's also blaming Antifa and the radical left. The thing is here's the real problem with the president, okay? President sits there and says, oh, yeah, I got a conspiracy theory. It's Antifa. When you get concrete evidence, then you bring it up. You don't bring it up before then, because how many people out there are really going to basically turn around and do what they need to. I mean, look at it this way. Look, the U.S. Secret Service cars have been vandalized. How many times have I said do not cause protests? Well, here you go, everyone. Fourth state now. I wish Mark was around to give me his input on it. Mark's a great guy. It says here, Ohio, fourth state to activate the National Guard. Fourth state. Literally, 4 states are activating the National Guards. I mean, do you see this? Fourth state National Guard has been activated. Ohio's National Guards. That means, look at this, That means the next one's going to be Indianapolis and Illinois if they keep this up. And Pennsylvania, which means that will bring it to a total of 8 states. I mean, look, Georgia activated it. I mean, how many more times are we going to have this problem? You see? Los Angeles Department, an hour and a half ago, took care of 50 trash fires. 11 people arrested in Cincinnati. I hope Cincinnati and Columbus, Mark's okay. I don't want to see anything happening to Mark, I hope he's smart enough to stay inside, 21-year-old man fatally shot during Detroit. New York Police Department has increased security at all precincts. Philadelphia mayor urges protesters to be peaceful and social distancing. Look, let me put it to you this way, all right? For the love of everyone, okay? You guys know I love all of you, okay? Protesting. You basically go around and you're less than 6 feet away. A, you're going to be spiking the fucking pandemic, which means more viruses. 2, hello. Hello, money. 2, what's up, boober? Money. 2, the virus is going to spike because too many people are holed up at home. Literally, they're holed up at home. Literally. You don't see Minnesota and Dakota going out on a rampage and burning up crap and blowing stuff up and things. I mean, look, we're in a pandemic of massive proportions. I hope Brad's all right with his wife. That'd be something I'm really worried about too, with this problem, But let's continue. So then I can say Denver basically does a curfewing at 8 Mountain Time. Denver. Milwaukee. What was that about Milwaukee? Oh, yeah. Milwaukee activates curfews. Let's talk about curfews. Basically, what's going on is simple. Indiana calls up state police. I told you this. Indiana might start with it, but then we're going to have more problems. You guys can sit there and say, ooh, well, what's the problem? We got 2 new updates, by the way. Atlanta, let's see. Well, here you go, everyone. This is a news update for you all again. Says right here, Minnesota, Georgia, Ohio, Colorado, Denver, Kentucky, and the District of Columbia has issued the National Guard. I've told you this. You cause trouble, you're either going to be going to jail or prison for a long time for setting cars on fire, destroying public property, and burning trash in barrels. I mean, look, they're bringing the Army National Guard because the U.S. police force can't handle this all. I mean, look, breaking news. So far, we have 6 states in the District of Columbia. That means 44 states doesn't have the National Guard right now, And in my opinion, Seattle had a lot of vandalism last night. So unless Seattle becomes calls in the Army National Guard, the thing is what's going to happen? I mean, look, currently, we don't, look, and then they're not cramming together. They're all not basically, they don't care about your safety either. So, I'm going to look up something real quick. So, literally, it's so isn't that something that we all need to look at right there? I mean, the news right there. I don't care. I'm not tying up my thing here. So, look, we're dealing with a massive crisis. Hello, Pee Wee. Look, martial law might happen due to the fact that, look, we got 6 states with the National Guard. The only one that brought up that, and by the way, Pee Wee, did you see that bullshit news? Fucking protesters on the White House lawn. How can we have this happen this close? Look, Pee Wee and I have discussed this time and time again. I guess because our lovely moderators Pee Wee's here, I can finally say it again. It's the protesters' fucking fault that they're doing this. They have nothing better to do. They want to go and get revenge on a black guy. The perfect entity to go after, since they're all cooped up in home. Look, you see me preaching love. They're preaching death, destruction, and burning things. Look, the insurance companies are going to go through the fucking roof. The insurance companies I've read today and listened today on the news, they might be basically almost nearly bankrupt due to the fact that there's no tax money to support new police cars. Police cars are being wiped out. Police cars are being wiped out. Oregon's police headquarters was set on fire. I don't know what happened. Oregon itself, Portland. Literally, if we're going to have protesting in California, get the California National Guard mobilized. If we're going to have protesters in Oregon, lock down the state. Look, there's several things I see that's the problem here. One, people aren't fucking social distancing. Listen to me. They're not social distancing. The virus is going to fucking spike as long as it continues. You got 2 problems here right now. 3 if you count the other problem. You got 1, looters. As I said today, reading about it, Oregon and fucking Seattle had looters overnight. Oregon had so many looters in Seattle that shoes were taken, women's shoes, everything else. Guys went back, no one did anything. Literally, police department is scared. There's not enough manpower. You got to bring in the army. Our governor's just like, eh. Oregon's like, eh. And California, I don't know. But if California is now firing rubber bullets into the air, how long until someone walks around protesting with live handguns and AR-15s to make a point? Now, remember, I'm not liable for what I say. And if you think I gave you the idea, I did not. I'm saying listen to me and listen carefully. Get it through. If you march around with loaded assault weapons, you be prepared to be taken down by the army or the state police or... look, here's the other thing. Okay, let's picture this, okay? Let's picture this, everyone. Black guy gets killed, okay? A sweet man. I've done the research. A sweet man. He gets killed. What happens? Protests. Now, I'm going to use the restroom. I'm going to continue because I know where I'm going with this. Now, look. There's people out there. Oh, are you sleeping? Oh, yeah, good boy. There's people out there, everyone, shooting the shit out of cops, severely wounding them. We need to get this under control. We need to contain this. This doesn't contain water. Now, there's 3 problems here. 1, no social distancing. Virus will spread. 2, they're destroying public property, private property, setting companies on fire, garbage cans, running the police and fire departments rampant. They're not getting a break. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. They're going insane. Literally, they're going insane. Look, last night I walked out with Chloe. Fleet of police cars were arresting some people and stuff, drugs and everything else. Officer came up to me last night. Sheriff, hey, Rita, we gotta make sure you're okay. I'm like, I'm not wearing a mask. Beat it. Oh, well, I'm like, look. I turned to the sheriff. I said, you harass me again, I will be pressing charges against you. I want a walk. He looked at me and he goes, are you okay? I said, I've been cooped up in my house for approximately 75 days without a break. Literally, and I want a walk to the harbor. Guy said, okay, no worries. I said, I'll be going home. Then he had to bring up the riots, and how they're having problems around here, not like fires and stuff, but, other things. There's a lot of people trying to get on our island that isn't here. Phase 2 is for citizens only. Phase 3 is for light tourists, but everyone wants to come over here for tourism, and, well, businesses are closed and everything else. But let me put it to this way again. If we have mass genocides, mass shootings because of this, when is the army going to be coming into our states? Picture it this way. 6 states asked the president. Now, let me look at this real quick. Let's see. Kentucky. Let's see. You got, I believe it's like 3 states and 4 states or something, but still. I mean, look, Philadelphia just set mandatory curfews. I mean, literally, destruction of Secret Service vehicles. Someone's going to have to basically repair those. People need to go to jail. And I mean, the jail's going to be filled up. These people are fucking stir crazy. One guy gets hurt or murdered, and all hell breaks loose around the country. Look, I'm not going to sit here and basically play politics, but look, if you want to blame the president of the United States by saying first looters, then shooters, and they're basically saying vandalism and curfews, and no, he didn't say it. He said first looters, then shooters. Well, he's basically stating once the looting starts, the shooting starts, literally. That was just basically his statement. He didn't say, oh, go out and set fires and everything and I'll be a king. He didn't say that. People are sitting there saying that he's causing this so he can stay in office. That's not the truth. You fucking people that have a conspiracy theorist is different. Look, I heard bullshit the other day, okay? Bullshit the other day. Someone was saying, close friend of mine, love her to death, said basically that the army is protecting Washington, D.C. Let me put it this way. The White House lawn was breached. There was a picture today on CNN that showed them right there in the White House park. right there behind the White House. I mean, it was like, so many people, and it might have been like 300, 400 feet from the White House. It was that close that things happened. And now Secret Service cars are being broken and set on fire and painted. I don't condone violence, but look, Sister Gail said this could stand martial law. I mean, literally. I mean, look at it this way. We're 6 months from the elections. I mean, I could blame the commander-in-chief maybe for basically allowing them to get on the White House lawn as that far, or blame someone. But the point is fucking people nowadays need to realize we are not fucking safe. We are literally totally fucking unsafe right now in this time frame. Seattle's getting looters. How long until the National Guards? I mean, look, Texas is looking to mobilize the National Guard. But you don't hear anything about Nevada, New Mexico, Montana, Wyoming, North, South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, or Omaha, not Nebraska. Shit. Let me pull up something real quick because I can't remember. Okay, hold on. All right, let me get this real quick. All right, so let's just see. Is this big enough for me? Yeah. All right. That's fine. Dude, I want the fucking picture, you son of a bitch. Very well, thank you. This works. So, I'm using this as a reference, by the way, for my video. Okay. Let's just move this. There we go. I got it set. Look, breaking news. 4 minutes ago, 137 people were arrested in Houston Friday. Houston, Texas. I mean, look, they're going to call in the National Guard in Texas shortly. But let's just see here, okay? I'm looking this up, okay? So we're having problems in Washington, Oregon, California, even in Phoenix. I've not seen anything in Nevada, nothing in Utah, nothing in New Mexico. I've seen things, nothing in North or South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma. Minnesota's getting shit. I've heard the Wisconsin National Guard's been called in. Iowa's been quiet. Missouri, that's where Gail's from. Then there's Arkansas. They have to probably bring in stuff from Louisiana or Arkansas if it gets bad. Ohio's called in theirs. Indiana, I believe Indiana. Isn't it Indiana? Let's see. Indiana, no. Indiana hasn't yet. Chicago's going to, I guarantee. Wisconsin will. Kentucky has. Tennessee, Kentucky has. So, you still got Mississippi, Alabama, Florida that might have to call it in. I guarantee Florida will be in by tomorrow night. I guarantee it, the way things are looking. North and South Carolina hasn't been called in yet. They're quiet. New York's going to probably have to do it. Maine, I bet you Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, might not. New Jersey might, maybe. Delaware, possibly. Maryland, no, not yet. But looking at the entire states of the U.S., how far until we have a complete big backlash of the people? Literally, if we got 6 states in D.C. calling in the National Guard out of 50, the United States is crumbling, and it's crumbling fast because you have too many fucking people stir crazy, and they want to do something, so they want to set buildings on fire. They want to go march around with the AR-15s and their camo gear. They want to cause nothing but panic and chaos. They're bored. I mean, look, the president wants to cut China completely. There's a lot of people out there, that are worried that their fucking phones, they're not going to be able to get their new Samsung phone because Samsung makes in China. So they're causing trouble for everyone. It's not just about causing trouble because of the China problems. It's because they're stir fucking crazy. Literally. People are told that they're under house arrest for quarantine, and then they say, I'm sorry, you got to wear a mask the rest of your life. I've seen the protesters, they're not even wearing masks. They don't give a shit. They're being fucking rebels. They're being rebels without a cause. If you were a rebel, be a rebel for a cause, not be a non-rebel. Now, don't say, oh, Rita said, and then I get in trouble. I said, if you're going to rebel for a fucking reason, rebel for a fucking reason. Don't rebel for wrong reasons. Look, I don't care if it's Antifa or not. Right now, Pee Wee is not the time to talk about Antifa. What we need to do is basically turn around and look at the concrete evidence. 99% of the news media says it's stir-crazy son of a bitches that want to basically blame Antifa. I mean, until we have concrete evidence, just like concrete evidence that there's a second stimulus, let's not basically cause this much panic yet. I've been doing a lot of research myself off and on, and frankly, I can't find anything about Antifa. Yeah, I mean, look, the last time we had this problem, yeah, well, right now I'm not buying into Antifa. Remember, I only want solid concrete facts. It's like today. Treasury Department sent another stimulus check to Chloe. Oh, because Chloe was on SSI and SSDI. So, cheers to Chloe. More money in her pocket. So, I got my Google Home, which, there we go. It's all set up, by the way, to maintain my everyday life. But look, many states are, but the problem is people need to take a chill pill. They're stir crazy. I mean, look, they're worried about their fucking Chinese-made crap. They can go and buy Vietnamese stuff. My phone says made in Vietnam. It says right there, made in Vietnam. It's fine by me. It's cheaper than Samsung. I'm happy. Don't mess with Texas. Look, if you're from Texas, that's one thing, but you're from California, sis. So technically, leave Tech. I'd say let Texas deal with it in their own ways. I mean, literally, Texas is going to deal with it in their own way. Same with other states. In the end, I got a bad feeling that 30 massive cities are going to have the National Guard called out because this won't stop, and the bloodshed will continue. There's going to be a lot of severe wounds. I mean, look. Insurance companies are going to falter. They're going to have to repay. I mean, look, I don't condone violence. Everyone knows this. But if you basically set fire to buildings, set fires to police and fire stations, set fire to so many things that it gets out of hand, you got anarchy and chaos. During the 60s and 70s, there were anarchy and chaos during the Nixon and LBJ era and stuff. Why? Because of the same thing, skin color. Everyone knows this. Nothing warrants looting. Exactly. That's the thing. One man. Look, Chloe said it herself. This isn't about politics. This isn't about the presidency. This is about one man getting on himself on camera. He should be having the book thrown at him. And yet he killed one guy, and this is rising up to anarchy. Why? Because they are so damn bored they want to go and do something. So this is the catalyst that sparked it. Literally, I mean, if the sheriff had to stop me last night at 10 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, and ask me where I was going, I told him basically to beat it. I was going down to the beach. In the harbor, he's like, oh, he was so worried that someone might start trash cans fires or something on the island. I mean, look, we're basically under phase 2, which means only citizens are still allowed. I mean, literally, they're keeping so many people out, it's not funny, but still. Seeing these things in Seattle and Portland. Oh, look at Moppy sleeping on my pillow. people's personal cars business. Yeah, exactly. Look, the insurance companies they're going to basically going through the fucking roof. And besides, because of the insurance companies, they're not going to want to pay until someone's put behind fucking bars. And then we don't even know, Pee-wee, if the insurance company will pay. I mean, look, let's just say hypothetically, police stations are burning down to the ground, okay? Maybe fire stations, or let's just say you own a business in downtown, somewhere, right? When you hire, say, 6 people, and you're furloughed right now, and you're hoping everything gets back together, right? All of a sudden, your business goes up in smoke. Then what? Then you just lost your business, have to explain to the government why the PPP loan didn't work, and everything else, while the insurance company's like, maybe not, we'll pay. I mean, we're basically going into uncharted fucking waters here. I mean, literally. You shouldn't get special cops, but the warranting of looting and destruction shouldn't happen. I mean, I'm seeing buildings being burned down, fast foods being burned down. Come on. I mean, literally. Anyone who destroys cars, anyone who destroys or burns down. I saw a fleet of cars recently, a parking lot. Completely all the cars were gone, scorched. Insurance company's going to have to pay for those. Yeah, they're so fucking bored. They want to cause trouble in other states. That's what's going on in states like in Washington. They're saying other people are basically coming up. Call in the National Guard, block the borders, keep everyone from coming in. I know it might be considered a police state, but what's more important? Blocking down this so it doesn't happen, or letting everyone go and do what they want at the expense of other people, you know? Look, I don't give 2 shits if stimulus is or talk till June. Look, we already know it ain't going to happen to June. It's going to happen between probably late July, early August, and I'll tell you why. It's like me and Pee Wee were saying, until the fucking money runs out, people, on the LA, breaking news, LA mayor just implements an 8 p.m. curfew. Unless, like I said, oh great, another fucking update just now. So apparently someone's burning something near the city hall and so someone's car has been set on fire in Philadelphia. You see? This is why I like staying indoors. Look, I don't care about the stimulus checks, okay? Stimulus checks aren't of our least of our worries right now. Pee-wee, do you agree with me right now we need to worry about martial law? Because people need to realize the stimulus checks, it doesn't matter. No, they're discussing stimulus, Gail, in July. Gail, Pee-wee, can I ask you a question? Do you agree with me that more likely no one's going to be talking about a fucking stimulus check right now until probably, I would say, give or take August, due to the fact that we got a fucking second pandemic of people destroying everything? And third is because they want to let the unemployment insurance run out first before they even think about discussing a second stimulus. This is going to really cause trouble. I mean, look, unless the government turns around and says we need to give a second stimulus to everyone to quiet them, there's millions, probably I would say maybe up to $1 billion or more in damage right now. And frankly, it's going to escalate. The more states and the more destruction and the more the police can't handle, more likely the governor is going to have to declare the National Guard. I mean, literally, when's California going to deploy the Army National Guard? I mean, look, every state that deploys means we're more likely going to see. We're not going to be in a concentration camp. Maybe you might be, but I won't. I live on an island. They just shut the ferry system off and let us all die on the island. Claim the island later. Your item's back in stock. Well, how much is it? Because I know Chloe wants this item. I might look into buying that. That's something I'm toying with anyways. Calls it a Nest Hub. It's actually a Google Home Hub I got. So Newsom is a wimp. So you're telling me that more likely, you know. I mean, look, Jay Inslee's watching, but Jay Inslee's not authorized, even the state police. I was reading today that he asked for Redmond police. Redmond isn't in Redmond's in King County, but Redmond's on the border almost, whatever. There's Redmond and Kirkland. He's ordered Redmond and Kirkland and Bellevue Police Department to come down to Seattle, to block protesters. I mean, bringing in more police while thinning out other police departments or counties is going to cause more panic. They might just set the mall on fire. Don't even think about it, people. I don't want to see Bellevue Square, and I don't want you guys telling, oh, well, Rita said to go burn down the mall. I didn't say that. I said if the police departments are thin in other counties to maintain Seattle and other counties start seeing things get destroyed, Yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing. Remember what I said, Pee-wee. If someone's walking down the street, remember the protests recently, no masks, and people were walking around recently in other states like Olympia and my state with AR-15s? This is a time right now when we need to take a chill pill and stay fucking indoors. I mean, literally, I was just telling Chloe today, I don't envy my cousin. She's in Portland. They got Portland probably in lockdown mode, and the Army's almost called him. My cousin's a volunteer fireman. He might have been called in for things. I mean, we're dealing with a big load of problems. People are shooting real bullets. Look, Gail, let's ask. Pee-wee, do you think this will go to martial law, and do you think all of us are going to be rounded up in death camps or concentration camps? Look, Gail, people see me as a peaceful person on YouTube. I don't think they'd be beating down my door saying, follow me, you're going into a concentration camp. I don't condone violence. I mean, literally, last week, everyone was asking about stimulus checks. Send me a second. Well, we got a second stimulus check today. I got one coming June 1st. We got lucky, but this is not the time to talk about stimulus checks. This is the time to talk about how bad is it going to be. If people start looting, right, and there's not enough police in this state or in California, let's say hypothetically, California, Oregon, and Washington, okay? Nothing on Nevada yet, or New Mexico. In other states, when will it be that people turn around and get the notion to go raid grocery stores because they can? Raid grocery stores and Shoot up grocery stores. Don't get any ideas anyone. We're in a pandemic, so what are they going to do? Walk in with no mask, armed heavily, and go raid the meat department and the canned goods and everything and toilet paper? And I mean, I'm saying this could happen. I mean, literally, people are running out of money too. That's something I want to talk about. Without money, they're going to revolt. They want their unemployment. But look, the jails will start to be filled up, and then what? We have to build more jails. We're going to have to do other things. Yeah, I mean, look, protesters need to be fucking locked up. They need to be tried for their crimes. I mean, literally. I mean, this is not cool, you know. We're basically in a severe pandemic, and people don't know this. I mean, you know as well as I do, I love America. Yet I don't like seeing Americans do this. I mean, look, this doesn't just hurt the citizens, this hurts everyone. Other countries are laughing at us. We used to be a respectable country. Now we're the laughing stock of the world. We can't contain our own people. People are complaining about us, you know, like saying stuff like we have a dictator for a president and everything else. Look, this isn't about politics. This is about trying to get things under control. These people are rioting because A, they can, and B, they want to rebel. They want to set things on fire. They want to destroy stuff. If they can't get their Samsung Galaxies and their computers from China, I mean, look, Pee Wee and I talked about it. What was it, yesterday? Friday? Thursday? Something about there's other countries that can produce for us, or we can produce our own. But right now, this virus is going to spread. And people don't give a shit. The people like me, the people like Gail, the people like Pee Wee, the people like Dakota, people like Minnesota, people like Brad, we're all fucking staying indoors. We ain't leaving. I mean, yes, I went out at the middle of the night to go, at 10 o'clock, not middle of the night, to go on a walk. Unfortunately, we are basically looking at the global, the nationwide breakdown of the system. Look, I had a bad experience with a police officer. I had a good lawyer, basically. The lawyer basically said, look, yada, yada, yada. There is good police officers out there. Hell, there is a lot of good police officers out there. I mean, they're not going to drop them in China. China doesn't want our fucking people. We're going to go into a financial cold war with China because of things. We won't even go there. I mean, between the global problem with China and possible, this could lead to a civil war and unrest. There's people out there, common sense people like you and me and Gail and the rest, that realize that this shit's got to stop. I mean, literally, people are looting Walmarts and Targets and stuff. There's a fucking problem. Literally. I don't know how many times I've said this time and time again. Stay indoors. Look, I don't want Pee Wee, I don't want Minnesota, Dakota, Gail, any of you guys walking around in the middle of the night going, oh yeah, I need to go get a beer, or take me and drive me over to the beer. And as you're driving by, there's protesters. Next thing you know, you're being arrested because you're driving through or driving around to try, I mean, literally. I mean, this is not cool. Well, yeah, I mean, look, I had bad experience too, but they're not all bad people. Some of them, I will say, has a boner for authority, and they think they can usurp their authority. And those are the ones that basically make all other cops look bad. If we just break through the skin of the layer and say we have corrupted cops and we have good cops, it would be good. Oh, Minnesota. Look, I can agree with you there, but that's why I said there's good cops and bad cops. The point is again, we are having a lot of problems. I got the updates coming through right now for our channel here. The U.S. Attorney in New York charges the protesters in throwing a Molotov cocktail in a New York City to law enforcement. So, Molotov. Federal charge expecting now to multiple people involved. Occupying 4 things. A police van was burned down. Law enforcement present in Twin Cities will triple in the size in response to protesters. Look, this is big news. The highways into Minneapolis Minnesota has been shut down tonight. I mean, we have to do what we have to. I mean, they're going to be calling in more of the Army National Guard. I guarantee it by tomorrow. I mean, there's good cops and there's bad cops. And like I said, most of the bad cops have a boner for authority. I'm just saying some cops have a boner for authority. Most of them say if you don't break the law, I mean, look. I mean, I had the young sheriff last night stop me and ask me where I was going. I said, hey, I'm going, down to the water for a bit. He asked why. I said, because I've been stir crazy for 75 fucking days. You want me to go lose my mind? He goes, no, go down there. He says, next time wear a warmer outfit so you're a little warmer so you don't freeze. So, I mean, literally, one cop stopped me on the way back, asked me, oh, I haven't seen you in so long. Where have you been holed up? At home. We're doing YouTube videos live. Look, I agree completely with you, Gail. They need to be arrested and punished in a court of law and put to prison. I mean, look, they're causing destruction of property, destruction of private property, destruction of public property. They're burning buildings down. That's considered arson. They could tack on terrorist charges because they're burning things all over one man. The question remains, again, in this conversation is why they're fucking doing it. I say they're all fucking stir crazy. They don't want to wear the mask. They want to fucking close together like sardines to protest, and they don't care about the people's safety. Someone might be asymptomatic. Next thing you know, every protester in every fucking city that's protesting will get the virus. Then the police will get the virus. Then the fucking army will get the virus. What they just contained or tried to bring down could go fucking through the roof. We're talking about 2 problems here. One, this destroys the economy more. And 2, the virus will spread like wildfire. Like you just said, sis Pee-wee, good luck when it comes to enforcing things, I mean, literally. Look, I already think that if this keeps up, my opinion is this, okay? You got 2 problems. One, you're going to see the virus spread like wildfire. 2, you're going to see these people revolt. They believe it's unconstitutional to be house arrested under in your house with a mutated virus. Personally, I say that there's got to be some tougher measures. Literally, look at us. Chloe and I have basically got a lot of groceries brought in. We're still getting groceries brought in. That's what I just said. Well, look, I agree with you, Pee Wee, completely on that. They are going to get the virus. 2, I agree with you, Gail. It is criminal. I mean, look, they're not only destroying private property and burning cars, they're destroying public property by destroying cars. They're basically doing acts of vandalism, terrorism, and arson. That's 5 things they're doing. Oh, not including assault with a deadly weapon, that's 6. And bodily harm. These are felonies. I mean, look, some of these people might get 10 years or more in prison for it. I mean, look, the problem is this isn't good. I mean, this is a topic that needs to be addressed. I mean, literally, fucking Twinkle Toes wants to talk about stimulus checks later. This is a bigger problem than what we have going on in the world. I mean, literally. I mean, we're basically, I mean, look, if I was the fucking government, I would make a government, not a registry, not a registry of guns, not a registry of this, but I would basically state right now is not the time to march around with AR-15s or handguns on your side to make a point. That's when the police and that's when the fucking army can go and open fire, clearing you out. What they need to do is this. Now, here's the other problem. Forgot to mention this. I've said this time and time again. My husband.
I got sodas, but I also got a shower curtain.
Cool. You buy the little shower curtain hooks too?
Yeah, hooks too.
Way to go, Chloe. Yeah, I didn't get a text from you saying, do you want anything, so.
No, well, there wasn't much there. That we would have wanted anyways.
So here's the other problem, okay? My husband would say this to so the Army National Guard gets involved, okay? People, you can say I'm fucking stupid. I like my Christmas tree, okay, Justin? Let me, where's the shower curtain? Pee-wee wants to see it. Look, Pee-wee wants to just see the shower curtain. So, she went to Ace today and got this. The shower curtain. The design's right here, though. See? So, it's a basic shower curtain, but it'll work. We haven't had a shower curtain in years. There you go. Good girl. Now we just gotta buy bath mats. Hey, boo-boo. Look, if the Army National Guard starts striking up to other states and goes into other states, not just the 6, I guarantee that if it gets bad enough and the American people think their rights are being violated because they're causing destruction and chaos, there's one other thing I will call. Call me crazy, but the U.S. or the state militias might come involved to combat the Army, and don't even think about it, people. If you're a state militia man, do not cause more panic by bringing out the militia. That would basically bring in civil war. That's the thing I wanted to say to you all. If you're really truly going to cause that much panic and chaos, then the militia might get around to doing it. And that is something I don't want people thinking I'm crazy about either. Breaking news. Protesters vandalized police cars in Chicago. It's just a matter of time before Chicago police decide to. Another breaking news is protesters gathering at the Miami police headquarters. I mean, look. Chloe, the National Guard was called out in Ohio and Kentucky and in Georgia, Colorado, Wisconsin, District of Columbia, and Minnesota. Yes, I chew tobacco. Well, then lock it up, go to the country. I mean, literally, if you're that afraid, then go to the country. I mean, there's nothing stopping you, Gail. I mean, look, I'm already in the country, basically. I'm on an island, okay? They're not going to be bringing in anything over here. Well, yeah, they're committing crimes as a gang, but they're not racketeering. My favorite blend is Skull Cherry. I mean, if you look at it this way, we have a big problem. We could have civil war on our hands. That's something that they're going to try to prevent. Now, if the militias get involved, the state militias, we're going to have civil war because the militias are going to basically say, fuck America, fuck the masks, fuck you, we're going to do what we want. And frankly, I don't condone this type of fucking violence. Well, I'm going to Google something real quick. Let's read this. Let's see. Protests continue Friday night and early Saturday morning for cities from Portland, Oregon to Atlanta, Georgia. National Guard has been mobilized in some cities. I mean, literally. Shooting death of federal officer in Oakland is an act of domestic terrorism. Attorney General Bob Barr blames riots on outside extremists. NYPD arrests over 200 after Brooklyn protest. 200 people. Right here, I just said it itself. The pandemic is still a crisis, yet Minnesota governor condemns organized attempt to destabilize civil society. I'm sorry to say, but that's true completely. Portland, hold on. This is new. Demonstrators broke into and set fire inside the Multnomah County Justice Center in the city's downtown. Called for peaceful protests right there. Mayor said in Portland, I had to leave Portland today because my mother is dying and I'm with family to prepare her final moments. This is hard. This is personal, but this is also watching my city get destroyed. Portland says, this is not us. When you destroy our city, you're destroying our community. That's true. When you act in violence against each other, you're hurting all of us. How does this honor the legacy? Protest, speak truth, don't tear a city apart in the process. Remember what I just said. Hundreds of people arrested in Houston. Texas jails are filling up. Pentagon reported puts military police on alert. I mean, look, this is fucking severe. We're basically in a fucking Anti-Mumu, the United States is a militant left-wing anti-fascist balloon. Yeah, but you know what? This could cause civil war, is what I said too. Well, it said Antifa is involved in some things. Well, you know what? The National Guard can do so much. The problem is if this unstabilizes civilians, remember what I said. This could cause a civil war. A civil war. People are going to start marching in with weapons to make a point. We're going to see unstabilized country. Take your time. We'll just relax, you know. Looks good in the bathroom. Atlanta mayor says curfew is to restore the city. No one's going to follow curfews. They're basically been holed up in their house for so long, they're going to do things to rebel. This is about rebelling. This is about making a point. The point is they're causing too much strife for the rest of the American people. We can all have peaceful demonstrations on YouTube without fucking causing bodily harm or destruction of property. Let me put it to you this way, Pee-wee. Let me tell you a story. I used to love first-person shooter video games. Guys got the no face. It just shows the guns, you know, when you're doing this. Well, ever since Sandy Hook, I stopped playing those games because I figured these games are what's braining them to violence. Literally, an officer asked me a while ago, what makes you think about it? One of his other guys, buddies, turned around and says, you're completely right. I mean, you play Call of Duty and it's like machine guns and you're going around. 6 hours later, campaign's done. They're running around on PvP, player versus player, capture the flag, killing and doing death shots and stuff. People are so ingrained in violence that, I mean, literally, there's a lot of violent video games. If you play a role-playing game where you know you're sitting there in first-person mode with a bow, you know, oh, well, most people don't own bows in this day and age. It's guns. So, I mean, literally, look at it from my point of view. It's video games and movies. They think they could just walk down the street, cap someone's kneecaps, and walk along and be like, yeah, I took care of it, Don Guido. He ain't going to be bothering her. Remember The Godfather. Tape the gun behind the toilet. No one sees it. And it's old pole chain. Guy comes out and he's like, literally, and the guy's spaghetti. I mean, this is the stuff everyone knew in the 70s that movie was it had violence, but it wasn't the type of violence where you can actually do something like that, like just blowing someone away in an Italian restaurant. Nowadays, people think it's okay. People think violence is okay. Yeah, they think so. Until they get sentenced to crimes, and then they got to be put in prison to recondition themselves.
The prison doesn't recondition people, they just make money off their inmates, that's all they do. Most prisons make money off inmates.
Tonight's protests in New York City, everyone, 24 people were arrested in New York City so far. I mean, I'm keeping the news up to date so I can actually keep you all,
Looks like
alfalfa. Yeah.
It looks like alfalfa. Yeah. Maybe alfalfa. Yeah.
We are in a turning point in our American history. Not only do we have a pandemic of massive proportions, which can get out of control because of these riots and looting, that can get not even, the police will have it, but citizens will have it, and the protesters will get it. And on top of that, this would bring the Civil War. Yeah, I mean, look, they're basically putting the riots ahead of the the coronavirus.
We're gonna fall. We're gonna fall like the Roman Empire. That's all there is to it.
Breaking news: a vehicle was on fire on the West Lake District of Seattle, according to the Seattle Fire Department. And CNN's affiliate Como reported the car was a police cruiser. Washington State Patrol confirmed to Twitter the portion of Interstate 5 through the city was being closed to ensure the safety for everyone involved in the protests. So now they're closing down freeways in Seattle. You see? This is not cool. Well, if you just heard Chloe Pee Wee, she said, we're going to be falling like the Roman Empire.
Or some was to declare infinite power and make it all happen.
Don't even basically go there.
Look, I'm just saying that it could happen. Emergency powers, no election, nothing.
Yeah, well, the mayor said it was his fault, and all charges were dropped by CNN, so that's a good thing, But yeah, I mean, look at it this way. I want to talk to you all tonight and ask you some serious questions here, not to go point fingers at everyone and blame people. Chloe wants to blame the president for it. This is not the time to play the blame game.
Yes, I know, but like they said, you could just call Rex 84 and then.
Well, do I gotta Google Rex 84? Because frankly, I don't want it.
One lady was talking about it a year ago.
I think Rex 84 was designed by, if I remember correctly, by hubby. It was Rex 84 was designed by the 1980s Contra scandal, if I remember correctly. Let me see. Jack Brooks, Sullivan, Daniels, United States will directly invade Central America. It's Oliver North, basically. That's what it is. Oliver North, everyone. He made some statement. He made some statements. Let's see. Is he still alive? Yes, he is. Oliver North, president of the... Oh, okay. So he's the president of the NRA. He's going to lead the hunt for those in the Beirut bombing of the, 83. During his Iran-Contra trials, He was assigned to headquarters Arlington. Was retired from the Corps effective May 88. Conspiring to defraud the United States, channeling profits from U.S. armed. He was a lieutenant colonel. He's the one that basically said something or other about something or other, you know. Yeah, so whatever it was, he said something about yada, yada, yada. You know, we won't go there. We're talking about, you know, whatever, you know. Hold on, let me look that up. Yes, so CNN building in Atlanta, Georgia was just damaged during the protests. That's true. All right, Pee Wee. So, for all of you wondering what's going on, this is what's going on in the world. We are in a great pandemic right now. And on top of that, we're also in a great problem when it comes to this going into problems when it comes to the army. I mean, look, if this escalates by tomorrow night and doesn't go away because people are stir crazy, we're going to be having more Army National Guard called out for other states, and eventually the Army reservists to help. Hi, Moppy. Let me give you a kiss.
Then they'll get the Marines involved? Or
No,
SEALs?
the National Guard has to defend the states. That's their job. Fortunately, right now, it's a big problematic problem. We're dealing with a massive crisis. Literally, that is what's going on, you know. And by the way, thanks, Gail, for the video link. The problem is I'm doing this YouTube video, and I'm not going to be basically watching links. I already have Google Home Hub, and I also have the Amazon Echo Show wired in to give me the latest news at any given time. You know, we are in a severe crisis. And that is where we need to look at the bigger picture. What I suggest you all do is take a break, relax, have a cup of coffee, drink some caffeine, watch a movie, do something safe, something better, and don't set anything on fucking fire. Don't destroy property. That is what they call domestic terrorism. Don't get any ideas to start looting malls because you're bored. Don't get any ideas of looting gas stations or grocery stores because you're bored or because you're making a point. Let me put it to you this way. New York, Georgia, and other states. Yes, I know. I just said that. Minnesota, Wisconsin, District of Columbia, Georgia, Ohio, Kentucky. Those are the 6 states right now in the District of Columbia that has the National Guard. Other states might need to set the National Guard in. States are going to basically do this. I mean, look, we can't blame the president. He basically said when the looting starts, the shooting will start. He was making a point. So far, the only ones getting hurt is the police. Most police aren't corrupt. Some are, but some aren't. The problem is it's not just about the safety of the police or the Army National Guard. You got two problems. You got civil disobedience, civil unrest, and two is you got a pandemic, like a chemical or biological weapon running, more likely a biological weapon that will infect more people. By the time this gets over, which Chloe's sitting here just not, I hope she's listening, that because these people are squeezed together like a sardine can, people will be getting infected. Police will get infected. Army National Guard will get infected. Then what we contained for 2 months just went out the fucking window. I mean, literally. I say by tomorrow night or Monday, we're going to see more Army National Guard in other states. I mean, literally, Seattle's going to probably have to, or Washington's going to have to call them in, Oregon's going to have to do it, California. But remember what I said. Other states of the union might not. New York's going to have to do it. But some of the states, Miami or Florida will have to do it. Texas will have to do it. That'll increase it to 12 or 13 states with National Guard presence because of the problems. State police can't handle it. And then when the National Guard gets too big, the states are going to basically see the state militias that aren't run by the state themselves. The unorganized militias are going to get together and start shooting, which means they are going to have enough of being quarantined to their house and everything else, and you're going to see a fucking major fucking disaster on your hands. While they're fucking shooting at each other, I'm going to be on my shitter taking a shit and basically praying that this goes away. It's not just about the violence, sis. Remember what I just said, dear sister Pee-wee and Gail. If every other state brings in the militia of the states that are giving trouble, you don't see the other states. You don't see North Carolina, South Carolina. You don't see Louisiana. You don't see Arkansas. You don't see Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, those areas being affected. You don't see Missouri right now. You don't see Indiana. You don't see, well, maybe Indiana. I saw something about that, but you don't see North and South Dakota, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma doing anything. New Mexico right now. Arizona, they have problems. There's a lot of problems. Unfortunately, unless more states get involved, then you're going to see a breaking of the system, which is breaking now, which means the National Guard will have to deal with the militia. And if the unregulated militia goes in, then there's a problem because they're going to say, fuck you, we're not wearing masks. We're not going to stop the rioting and looting. And there's other problems here. As I said before, Pee-wee and I have talked about this. It's not just about the riots and the boredom and the stir craziness. There's another problem to it. It's called the economy. They've just caused so much damage. The economy just went down the tank, down the sink. And on top of that, besides all the destruction they caused, the jails will fill up. Then we have to get more jails, and then we have to build more prisons. Not including the big key thing is if there is an unorganized militia that's going to take over or try to, we're going to have fucking civil war only because of they're stir crazy, they're rebelling, they're saying fuck you, and the other thing is there is no money. They want more fucking money. They want more stimulus checks. They want to sit on their ass. They want to wait 2 years so this virus goes away. But if they can't do that and they got to be house ridden and they can't get drunk and they can't go to the bars and this thing spikes, You're going to see a lot of rebelling in this fucking country, and shit's going to hit the fucking fan. And that is why I say, again, time and time again, stockpile food, stay indoors. I live on an island, so unless they fucking start violence over here, we're safe. But still, other places won't be. Avoid the crowds. This virus will spike, and it'll cause a nationwide pandemic caused by riots, bloodshed, and a virus. Alabama, Kansas, Nebraska, Utah. Well, what about Alabama, Kansas, Nebraska, and Utah? I haven't seen anything on the news yet of it. Oh, 2 more live updates just came over the wire. Let's read them, everyone. Breaking news. Minnesota governor tells residents, please don't go out of your homes. Uh-oh. I just called it. More rebelling. Minnesotans, you must stay in place tonight. Don't go out, don't go walking, don't go driving, don't do anything. Here's resident call friends and children, make sure they're not going out. More house law, Breaking news, multiple officers and journalists injured in protests in Pittsburgh. Multiple officers have been injured, but a number not yet clear. 3 local journalists were attacked, injured by protesters. Not clear how many others have been injured. Effective 8:30 p.m. tonight until 6 a.m. curfew is in place in Pittsburgh. Now, let's talk about something. By the way, protesters take Interstate 5 in Seattle, by the way, Chloe.
I was wondering something, right?
Go ahead. Tell me.
Do these protests will affect the election?
No. Breaking news, protesters take to the street of Chicago, Miami, and Los Angeles. So, by the way, another thing. Now that Philadelphia and Pittsburgh has been hit hard by protesters, I guarantee by tomorrow night, the National Guard in Pennsylvania will be called. Literally, we're going to see the states stack up with the National Guard being called in to do their duty. Like I said, North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Utah, New Mexico, North and South Carolina, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Wyoming, Montana. These states have no protesters. That's what I'm saying. Look at it. There's no protesters in those states. But other states are getting it. Some of these people in these other states are basically playing it safe by just watching it on the news unfold. These are the ones that know that there's going to be shit hitting the fan. If curfew is violated and people do civil unrest tonight and they resist arrest or assault police officers or rebel against them because they can, I guarantee you within the next 48 to 96 hours, everyone, and I think Pee-wee would agree with me. Tell me if you do or don't, Pee-wee, that you're going to see a lot of states that have civil unrest that haven't called the National Guard, calling them in, which means we're going to see a lot of shit hit the fan really quick. Well, my father-in-law said that's a good thing for people, but you know what? Oh, another breaking news just came over the wire, so let me check it. Basically, let me check what's going on. Breaking news, everyone. Seattle Police Department calls downtown protests violent and aggressive. There you go. It's only 5:03 here in Pacific time, Seattle time, so let's see what happens if the Army's got to be called. Yeah, I said within 48 hours to 96 hours top, the Army National Guard will be going into states or in states that will be deployed to contain this problem. By the way, Pee-wee, any news on President Biden or Vice President Biden anyways? Anything did he say anything about what's going on, or has he kept a tight lid on his opinion on this problem? And like I said, anyone thinks I'm full of shit, please let me know, but frankly, I don't think I am, due to the fact that this is also spanning that people have no fucking money. So maybe some of them want to go to prison because they don't want to fucking go back to work. So they want to be taken care of by the Justice Department. I don't know.
Or maybe they don't have money and they want food, and the only way to get food is to go in prison or loot.
Give me a second, everyone. I'm just doing something real quick for us all. Oh, this one already has one. All right, well, let's put that there then.
Hey, Moffy, I love you, little dog.
There you go. Sorry about that. Basically, what I'm trying to say to everyone is just take a chill pill and relax, you know. I'll be right back. You gotta use the toilet real quick.
Cuddling with Moffy.
Man, that looks nice, Chloe.
Moffy. Child. I love you so much. I love you so much. Look who I'm cuddling with.
I know, you're cuddling with my dog. Good for you. Let's see, Disturbed. Hey. I believe that they're going to charge a first degree. Hold on a sec. Breaking news, everyone. Again, we got some news. Besides, Seattle police called in. Uh-oh. This ain't good. Everyone in the surrounding suburbs and in around Cleveland, there is a curfew at 8 p.m. and it will continue until the violence and unrest is done. So breaking news, Cleveland has now got some problems. I should email my dad real quick to see if he's okay. There we go. I emailed my father-in-law. Yeah, exactly. I recommend staying inside. Welcome, by the way, Disturbed Gods. Welcome. So, like I said, we all need to basically look at the big picture right now. The big picture is not good. The big picture is pretty bad, literally, and because of it, the American people need to realize that they need to feel safe, and a lot of people are not going to basically justify going out to um, going out, because of it. And we all have a lot of problems. And yes, it is smart to stay inside. I mean, literally. That is why I keep telling you, if you have stuff to do at home, clean your house. Watch movies, play video games. Just don't go out in the meanwhile because you guys could get freaking severely hurt or arrested for no reason. We're walking down the street going to buy eggs, and you might get arrested for buying milk, eggs, and butter, and sugar, and coffee because you need it. Instead, you get arrested. I mean, look, this is going to get bad. And unless they can contain this, this might just be the spark that causes civil war. Hold on a sec. Breaking news. Another breaking news just came in over the wire. Well, guess what? Pee-wee, guess what? Utah National Guard just been called in. The Utah National Guard just was called in. There you go, Pee-wee. The Army National Guard was called in Utah. And I didn't even see any news about Utah. I guess they're really, really worried about Utah. Hey, boo-boo. Hi, baby. How's your food, huh? You want to play with your new toy? Here, let me get it out of your nose. No, that's the thing. The news just came in. It says Utah Governor Gary Herbert has activated the National Guard amid protests in Salt Lake. He said in a series of tweets Saturday, Utah makes leaks. 7 states in the District of Columbia to activate or request the National Guard. We condemn the violence and looting. I've activated the National Guard to help control the escalating situation at downtown Salt Lake City. I once again call on who are protesting to do so peacefully. This just came over the wire. I need to do a check real quick for us all. This is a big topic here.
I wonder if they're blaming any of the political parties for the riots.
No. They're blaming Mantifa, Chloe.
What's Antifa?
Antifa.
What's that?
I don't know. It's a militant group. Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm looking at this real quick. I can't find any info. Hold on. It's not telling me. Let me check and see if this has something. Here we go. I got something. Someone's keeping up on it. So let me see real quick for us all. All right, here we go. I got the list for us. All right, so for the riots, it's in Atlanta, Georgia, Columbia, South Carolina, May 30th at the State House. Okay, South Carolina has some. I never knew that. Denver, Colorado, Colorado State Capitol, Des Moines, Iowa. Oh, shit. Iowa also has fucking proms. I didn't even notice that. Thank you, Pee Wee, for giving me the motivation to look this up. You're a sweetheart. Iowa, Eugene, Oregon, Hartford, Connecticut. Holy shit. Honolulu? No fucking shit. Jackson, Mississippi? Oh shit. Jackson, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, Kansas City, Missouri. No shit. Las Vegas, Nevada, Lincoln, Nebraska. Holy fucking shit. Milwaukee, Missoula. Ding, ding, ding. Montana. New Orleans, Omaha. They have hundreds. Oh shit. Thousands protested in Omaha. Petal, Mississippi. Philadelphia. Phoenix. Portland, Maine. Portland, Oregon. Richmond, Virginia. Salt Lake City, Utah. Seattle, Washington. St. Louis, Missouri. Washington, D.C. Wilmington, Delaware. And Whittier, Florida. California has a shit pot full. Bakersfield, Fontana's, La Mesa, Los Angeles, Oakland, Sacramento, San Francisco, San Jose, Santa Cruz, and Vallejo. Yes, what is it, Chloe?
Well, Mesa's part of San Diego.
Well, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. So Phoenix has them too?
Yes.
So if I was still living out there, well,
You'd be in trouble, okay?
What about Mesa? Is Mesa on the list?
No, just Phoenix right now. Illinois, Bloomington, Chicago, Indiana, Fort Wayne and Indianapolis, Kentucky, Bowling Green and Louisville, Massachusetts, near Amherst and Boston and Springfield, Michigan, Detroit and Marquette, New Jersey, Englewood, Newark, and Patterson, New Mexico, again, Albuquerque and Santa Fe, New York's Albany, New York City, North Carolina, Charlotte, Durham, and Rayland, Ohio, Canton, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus, Oregon, Eugene, Portland, and Wheeler.
Did you say Rayland was on the list in Ohio?
I said Canton. I said Raleigh, North Carolina, or Raleigh, as they call it. Tennessee, Knoxville, Memphis, Texas, Austin, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. Berlin. Thousands of people have been protesting in Berlin at the American Embassy. London, outside the U.S. Embassy. Mashdod, vigil for Malay Park. Milan at the Consulate General. In Toronto, 4,000 people. Sorry. There you go. All those cities we didn't even hear about.
What are they protesting for?
The death of the black guy, Chloe, that died.
Yeah.
They're causing civil unrest.
And this could actually give the wrong people more leeway in the election.
Yeah, well, apparently, breaking news, by the way, I just got some more news to be breaking. I'm getting this. Trash fires have been ignited all over New York State. As I said, if there's 28 states protesting and a lot of cities, More likely, 28 states will have the Army National Guard called out in the next 48 hours.
You think all these riots are going to cause a lot more? Are going to create a lot more laws to support racism?
No, I think what's going to happen is our jails are going to be filled up, and we're going to fucking see our prisons be filled up, and we're going to see fucking people building prisons and fucking jails. I think they're going to live in camps and tents and force the prisoners to build the fucking prisons. Look, they're breaking the law left and right. You think, oh, that's going to cause more laws to be racist? No. There's a lot of people that the BLMs are basically fighting back. Black Lives Matter. Fortunately, we have a civil unrest. I've said this many times, Chloe.
I know, well,
yes?
So Black Lives Matters, whose side are they on? Protesters or
a lot of the younger generations, the Gen Xers and the Gen Zers and the millennials are all for the fucking people. Because of it, they've gone soft. They want to cause riots and troubles because they've been stuck indoors for so damn long, Chloe. The millennials, the Gen Zers, the Gen Xers are so damn weak, being stuck indoors that they're setting stuff on fire. Uh-oh. So, breaking news. Our island might decide phase 3 to June 13th. We got a news message from our own sheriff. Mm-hmm.
What is it?
I'm looking real quick. And they do the job of remaining a tight-knit relationship to the entire citizenry of the island and the county every day. Foster good relationship with the community, work together and partnering agencies we work with. For all the members of the Sheriff's Office here on the island, our hearts go out to the victims of citizens in Minneapolis and everywhere affected by the tragic events that are currently taking place there. We pray that our nation can heal from this tragic event and get back to building stronger bonds and move forward. There you go. Again, I will watch your video later, Gail. I can't just sit here and watch it now because I'd be violating YouTube policies. But my point is everyone in America needs to take a chill pill. We don't need to have any more fucking right-wing conspiracy theorists crackpot ideas, okay? When the mainstream media all compiles all the data and the federal government comes out to being an Antifa, then we'll talk about it. Right now, we got more things to worry about than Antifa. Like this could cause global pandemic problems as well as nationwide civil war. We all have to hold together in this time of our needs by talking, functioning. Oh, that's maybe it is. That's what, the third police car?
Yeah.
Something's going down. Uh-oh. Another breaking news just happened. Seattle mayor just restarting 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. Saturday and Sunday, which means he's instituted it 5 minutes ago. So curfew is now in place in Seattle. Wow. There you go, everyone. There you have it. We just got to sit back and wait and see. This is a trying time for America. As I said. Hey, Pee-wee, look at this. Edwin. Hey, I haven't had my meal yet today. You're shafting me in my meal. Oh, this one's already open. What, we have 2 of them open already? Let me look. Oh, yeah, there's 2 of them open, I guess. Here, let me condense some. So, Mark, I asked you, porterhouse or duck tonight?
Porterhouse.
All right. There you go, Mop. 1 porterhouse meal coming up. Yeah, these are Tillamook. Uh-oh, breaking news, everyone. Breaking news. Rapper J. Cole joins protesters in North Carolina. Minnesota governor has just said he thinks there's going to be a spike in coronavirus. So, anyways, basically what's going on in the world is we got a lot of problems right now, and we have to basically stay indoors to manage and maintain everything civilly. And so that's how it works. So, hey Google, what's the weather like outside?
Currently in Friday Harbor, it's 52 degrees with rain. Today, it'll be rainy, with a forecasted high of 57 and a low of 48. And tomorrow, it'll be partly cloudy.
What about next week?
Tomorrow through next Saturday in Friday Harbor, highs will be around 63, while lows will be around 46. Tomorrow through Friday, it'll be cloudy most of the time, but on Thursday it'll be mostly sunny. Next Saturday, there'll be scattered showers.
So, anyways, like I said to you all, I want to thank you all, for tuning in tonight. I mean, literally, we're having some real things. That's why I said, stay calm, don't panic. And like I said, there's a lot of people out there that are doing this because they're bored out of their gourd, they're weak, and they have nothing better to do than set trash cans and cars on fire. Well, they're destroying things and everything else, You in Washington, of course, rain. Haha, very funny. But anyways, what do you think? What do you think? I got this for $50 new in the box, sis. I also got it set up for my my camera, Oh, I know this exactly, but like I said, they're out of money. They don't want to basically run out of money, and they're out of money because of the fact that they're bored. And if they went back to work, we wouldn't have this problem. Instead, they're causing looting, and they're looting clothes, they're looting food, they're looting whatever they can get a hold of. By the way, Pee Wee said that they're looting Walmarts and Targets right now, Chloe.
Is it people on the left who are leftists or rightists or both?
They're both. Well, the reason I have the Google Home Hub and the Amazon Ecosystem is to maintain my different ecosystems where I can maintain my news features and everything else, you know. And so if you think I bought crap, well, I haven't, because I'm maintaining orders all the time, and I have the Home Hub's geared to my phone, and my Amazon is geared for everything else, you know. So yeah, well, I think they're cool too. So Minnesota phoned me. So Minnesota's asked me if I was alive, you know. Oh no, I've been buying. You know me. Chloe has spent probably close to $2,500 so far in groceries, sis. I mean, listen to this, sis. I think you're gonna laugh at this. Hey, I hope you're paying attention. Hey Alexa, where is my packages?
Here are your deliveries. 2 deliveries will arrive on Monday, June 1st.
Hold on. I did it wrong. Give me a second. I love this one better. Watch this. Where is my packages?
2 packages for ours order should arrive Monday, June 1st, containing ramen noodle soup and ground coffee. Another 3 packages should arrive Wednesday, June 3rd, containing soda and cookies. Another 19 packages are on the way.
I mean, literally, you should see. We've been buying nothing but food on Amazon and Target. I mean, literally, it's funny. Protester, exactly. Oh, breaking news, by the way, everyone. Breaking news. We have new breaking news. This is big news. So it says rapper J. Cole protests in North Carolina. I'm just updating it. Breaking news. Protests begin to escalate in Chicago. People have shown up with bricks and rocks and are throwing them at the police. Protesters gather at the governor's mansion in Georgia. Oh, I mean, literally, you should see the picture I have, sis. I think I got a box right there on the floor with about 60 cans of raviolis, mini raviolis, beans, mac and cheese, and more, just piled high. I mean, literally overflowing. And not to include, but there's like, hold on, let me see if I can show you my phone. See if I can do this properly. Yeah, here you go. Okay. So the right here, I hope you can see this. That is our pantry on our floor. That's nothing but snacks Chloe wanted. And there's more snacks coming. She wanted to make sure she didn't have to go out. So you can see there's Ruffles, Bugles, Fritos, Doritos, you name it, it's right there. Now, the other picture I have that's before the box was filled was this. Those are just baked beans and a few cans of raviolis. Now the entire box is completely full. 3 layers and nothing but canned goods. So you could see that. I hope you just saw my picture of the snacks I just posted. I mean, look. Look. You said got snacks? That's the entire thing in front of the door. Nothing but snacks. Well, yeah, we will. Chloe's supposed to be doing it soon. I mean, right now she's organizing other things. You know, oh, I better see what's going on. Who's messaging me? Hold on. All right. Damn, that's going to be a really expensive water bill, I tell you. So, Minnesota messaged me and said he just got out of a 3-hour shower. Sorry to say, 3 hours. That's kind of like got milk. Oh yeah, I love Got Milk. I love that girl. It's like, oh yeah, make my body strong. Or what about pork, the other white meat? Or got beef? Do. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Anyways, look at him. The little munchkin's eating again. Mommy. So basically, like I said, we are going to see things. Me and Pee Wee are both shocked that we thought Utah was peaceful and said the army's called out. How long until, where's the beef? Hey, Grandpa, where's the beef? Remember those comments? My mom used to accuse me of my mom. Let's just say my mom taught me what it meant. She says, when you get to be a woman, you'll understand that one. And I was like, Eventually she taught me, Mm. There you go. It's beef. It's what's for dinner. Do. Anyways, so I can't keep texting. This is more important right now. So basically, with all this stuff going on and the protests going on and everything else going on, yeah, exactly. Sorry, Charlie. Anyways, what's going on, like I said, is we are looking at a history here. Not only do we have a pandemic of massive proportions, the governor of Minnesota just stated that if these protesters continue, viruses will spread like wildfire. Another breaking news just came over the wire. The Louisville National Institute curfew and asked for the National Guard. He's working with Andy Bashir to authorize the National Guard's assistance in the city. See, I told you. So there you guys have it, literally. We are in a massive pandemic, and we're also in a massive problem where, another one just came over the wire, everyone. Another breaking news just came in. Rochester, New York has set a curfew. 7 p.m. Mayor Lovely Warren declared an emergency at 7. Order from the mayor said the curfew is due to the potential for widespread breach of peace, disorderly conduct, and rioting, imperiling the city's public safety of individuals and real and personal property within the city. There you guys go. Handbag. Oh, I know. The whole thing's going to hell in a handbasket. I agree. I completely and thoroughly agree. 100%. Oh, I agree completely, Pee-wee. That's what I'm going to be doing too, maintaining safe distance and maintaining everything in a timely manner, Breaking news. We're messing with Pee-wee's gambling date because we called in the Army National Guard. No! Turns into She-Hulk. Time to pay. breaking news just coming over the wire. Real news, not me joking with Pee Wee. Well, it just says what you need to know. She-Wolf. Yeah, I'll bet that will go down nicely, you know. But anyways, the main thing is if they delay your gambling date, it's because it's for, you know, you can blame it on the protesters, sis. You can't blame it on the state because of it. I mean, literally. The question remains is how much of this pandemic is really going to spike up the virus, you know. Fumble here. She's planning dinner. I see. Well, how come you're not using your account, Fumble? I better check my messages. Someone basically. Sorry about this. So what's up, Fumble? I was just thinking about you. So, no. You have your own account that says Fumble Bum. So my question is, why aren't you using it? By the way, got some new toys if Pee Wee hasn't told you. The Amazon Echo Show 8. And let's just say the Google Home Hub. These are really cool. Maintaining order and stuff. So, anyways, I assume you're keeping up with the news of what's going on with the pandemic and stuff, Fumble. Because, frankly, it's pretty bad, you know. Got my phone, too. Actually, it does a lot. I got, watch this. FB, Fumble Mum. Alexa, show me the front door.
Okay.
Love seeing the front door. I have a camera that's protecting us in our home. So, and because Alexa's dumb as a box of rocks at times, then I use Google for a lot of stuff too. I shouldn't have said that, but it, you know. Oh, 6 feet. What? She's afraid she's gonna get virus from you. Yeah, well, you can still listen. Oh, breaking news, by the way. We just came up with a new breaking news update that just came in. At least six arrests were made in Philadelphia. 6 arrests made in Philadelphia. So, hey Google, what's the definition of dip?
Here's the definition of dip. Put or let something down quickly or briefly in or into liquid.
Yeah, I'm working against and no telling what dirty SOB I might come in contact with. Dipshit. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Literally. I mean, literally. And with the pandemic, and then, I was just saying to the people tonight, that we have a problem with uh, protesters. That's going to spike the virus too. Hello, Dakota. So, anyways, the other thing I wanted to say was I was looking at the GoPro fumble. I was also looking at a Canon Vixia for my videos as well. How goes your cleaning, Dakota? Probably checked the message. Yep, she messaged me. Sorry, I'm having some fun here. So, another breaking news just came over the wire. Let me grab it. So, basically, I should say maybe sooner or later someone's going to be thinking that I'm having an affair. So, someone spray paints and vandalizes a police van in New York. Wow. The violence continues. Yeah, well, good for you. I don't have any ice available, so I'm not drinking, and I don't want to drink. I got other things to worry about than drinking. I mean, I got a full bottle of cognac anyways. I just don't feel like drinking. I feel more likely inclined to do something else. Oh, you are funny. I was trying to decide if I wanted a Vixia or a GoPro 8. The problem is my father-in-law said, well, Rita, you use your webcam for everything, so why even buy anything new? Hey, if it isn't Don Hopper, man. I love this little guy. He means the world to me, this little bun. I mean, literally, I was looking at the Vixia or something else, Is there a webcam on this thing? I was curious about that. No, that's the thing. What about this one? I never got to look at the features. You got media light sensor, multi-touch forward, well, yeah, but where's the frickin'... Did they... I don't know. Hey, Google, is that Google Home Hub have a camera?
On the website cnet.com, they say, unlike most of the other smart displays, the Nest Hub doesn't have a camera, which might be a negative for some, but privacy-minded folks will appreciate its absence. Otherwise, it offers all the same features as the other smart displays for a reasonable price, and it's often on sale for even less.
Google, tell me, is the Google Home Hub 10 have a camera?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
Google, is the
Hope
Home
you're
Hub...
having a great weekend, Rita Lee. How can I help?
Does the Google Home Hub or Home Nest 10 have a camera?
On the website cnet.com, they say, Both Lenovo and JBL have recommendable 10-inch smart displays with Google Assistant built in and most of the same features as the Nest Hub. Unlike most of the other smart displays, the Nest Hub doesn't have a camera, which might be a negative for some, but privacy-minded folks will appreciate its absence.
There we go. Oh well. It's cool beans. Try standing on your head and spin. Same effect, only cheaper. Ha ha ha. Very funny. Very funny indeed. Anyways, I might as well spit my cup. Oh, breaking news. What's going on now? We're handling this together and we're watching everything. Milwaukee curfew, breaking news. If you break your curfew, you will be fined $691, face arrest, and or both. Wow. That's interesting. Probably people will beat and I don't condone violence, but I bet you people beat the shit out of the police officers if they try it. I don't condone police brutality either. Hey Google, wash my car.
Alright, here's Wash My Car on YouTube.
You are bad. I don't want to copyright this either. Ugh. You are really bad, I tell you. Ugh. So, anyways, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but it's very scary. Hey Google, what's the weather like outside?
Currently in Friday Harbor, it's 52 degrees with rain. Today, it'll be rainy, with a forecasted high of 57 and a low of 48. And tomorrow, it'll be partly cloudy.
Alright guys, we got the shower curtains. Now we don't have to worry about getting that floor wet anymore. No. And if one was taking a bath, we get privacy at least.
Yeah, that's nice to know.
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
No! I don't want to listen to that. Trying to pull it up again. I don't care for that music.
What music is it?
Don't ask. Pee-wee told her. Pee-wee's husband's using her account and said something about a song called Wash My Car. Turns out there's a song called Wash My Car. He was being funny. I didn't want to lose copyright either, so.
Apocalypse.
Oh, I know. That's something. I try not to do that. Hey Google, how long until it starts raining again?
It's currently 52 degrees with rain there. Today, it'll be rainy with a forecasted high of 57 and a low of 49.
I could say he's a smart ass.
And tomorrow, it'll be partly cloudy.
This is gonna be a big task to organize.
You got it. You got plenty of time. So, did anyone hear the news? Chloe got a second stimulus check today in the mail. Hoorah!
There's some right-wing trans persons upset. Oh,
Hold on. Hey, Mark.
go ahead.
Hey, Mark. Yeah, I heard me and Chloe's kind of worried about Ohio right now with the National Guard being deployed. They deployed it in Utah, too. What were you saying, Chloe?
Someone put on the psych wing of the hospital.
Breaking.
Like, pee, don't yell and scream. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can find her. Worms! Here.
Thanks. I'll put those away. Gummy worms!
I just stashed them in there and I just found them. It's like, okay, I stashed them in there.
Breaking news, everyone. Miami moves up curfew amid protests. The news says here, curfew to 10 p.m. effective Saturday, according initially set for 11, moved it up due to the fact that a police car was seen on fire. So, they're burning police cars still. I'm not going to even ask that
You
one.
want these to go to trash or use them?
Reuse them. You can find something to reuse them.
Of course, we can store stuff.
You do know you got 4 jars of hot jerky coming.
Ooh. Yes.
Hey, Alexa, when's my hot jerky coming?
The delivery for an order placed Thursday, May 28th, should arrive Friday, June 5th.
Hear that, Chloe? Right there. Gourmet hot jerky. The little dollar coins you want. 4 jars of it.
Oh, we good, you know? Oh, I'm not gonna eat those gummy worms. Too much sugar. I didn't cut my sugar intake down.
So, anyways, like I said, the
Hennessy.
Oh, yes. I needed to get into the freezer eventually and get some ice out. Fortunately, I might need to buy a mini freezer for the ice, I think. Problem is, we don't have any ice in the other freezer unless you can make some ice for me.
I got dishes I gotta do.
Is there any ice cube trays anywhere? Yes, I know, SB. This is my drink
We don't
right
have
here.
any ice cube trays.
We don't? Thought we did.
Where?
I don't know. But all I have is this chunky bag here that I gotta break up with a can to make a drink when I'm ready. And then
I'll find some.
you know, I have an idea for tomorrow's dinner.
What is it?
Chicken, baked, cut it into sections, and put it on our salad.
Okay.
Have a
salad.
chicken salad. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. What about you want me to season up the chicken?
Oh yeah. When you cook it, season it up, throw it on a salad tomorrow. That will work. Hey Alexa, if I have a half a glass of vodka and half a glass of orange juice, what do I have?
I don't know that one.
Alexa's never had a screwdriver before.
Hey Google, if I have half a glass of vodka and half a glass of orange juice, what do I have?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
What about champagne and orange juice? Try that one.
Mark says, why didn't they protest that jogger got killed by two whites and they wasn't cops? Interesting. I don't know. Does anyone have any answers there? Oh, yeah.
Remember Zimmerman? That was a big political thing. Of course, it's a shame that they let that monster Zimmerman free.
Chloe.
What?
Dakota says hello.
Hi, Dakota. How are you? Sorry I didn't get the text early this morning. I was cleaning and stuff. I was trying to work on the bathroom and I had to take a few mental breaks. I'm trying to slowly get things done. Remember Gabby told me once that sometimes you need to take a mental break when doing stuff? That's what I do. And you know what? I apologize for anything I said about Gabby in the past. We all know who actually sparked that whole war. And,
Well, I don't know why, Mark, they're causing this, but I was thinking of you tonight. I was also thinking of my father-in-law in Cleveland, where I emailed him asking if it's okay,
It's all falling apart. The whole country's falling apart. There's nothing you can do about it. Sit back and enjoy the show.
So, me and Chloe are wondering when the Washington National Guard's going to be deployed.
Probably tomorrow, right? Tomorrow?
Here, let me do my impersonation of Minnesota. Or not Minnesota, Dakota, I mean. Can I have a gag of bugles, too?
No. Hours.
How about a bag of pretzels, or a bag of Pringles, or a bag of Fritos, and some Ruffles?
Damn it!
Hey, Chloe,
What?
watch this. Watch this. Hey, Alexa, when's my 30 bags of Ruffles coming in?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Hey, Alexa, what's the status of my Ruffles chips?
Here are your deliveries. One delivery arrived on Thursday, May 28th. One delivery will arrive on Friday, June 5th.
You do know I got 30 bags of cheese chips coming, Chloe. It was cheaper to buy it on Amazon than anything.
This will be my dad. They're not giving me my rights to be a woman, so I'm protesting. I'm not protesting for a black guy. I don't care about him. I don't like people of color, but I'm going to protest for my rights to have my surgery. No one else gets it.
They've already cut out transgender health care. I'm surprised the trans community hasn't protested that. So mean, Lo. Dakota says so mean, Chloe.
Who's so mean? I am?
Yeah, so mean.
What do I mean?
You won't give her a bag of bugles or Ruffles.
I wish I could, Dakota. Just that I can't. I don't know how to send it over a phone or over video or over internet connection. I wish I could email you something.
They're rioting in Cleveland too. Yes, they're rioting in 30 cities. I just gave the cities recently, 30 plus, 28 states. 7 states in the District of Columbia have mobilized the National Guard, Mark. It's just a matter of time where the other 20 states, 20 or 21 states will mobilize the National Guard. Give it between 48 and 96 hours, and they'll do that. Breaking news. This just came over the wire. New update just came in.
The economy's down and they don't have enough prisons to house everyone. You know that what they'll do is they'll just start killing off everyone. They'll start executing right there and then. They'll just execute and cremate people with the homeless.
Speaking of MSC, Al Sharpton, the Reverend Al Sharpton, George's brother, Philanese Floyd, said his conversation with Trump was so fast and he never got to talk. Wow. Guess the president really doesn't care for other people except himself. We sure the president isn't narcissistic?
Is he saying something about the riot?
No, he just was giving his condolences and basically hung up the phone. Didn't even give the guy the chance.
Talk about and what was this guy hoping that he would talk to him about?
Breaking news.
Go ahead.
Tennessee protesters surround the police chanting, "Hands up, don't shoot." And black lives don't matter.
Wait, who was doing what?
Footage shows more than 200 protesters in Nashville, Tennessee gather in front of the Central Police Precinct, shouting at officers standing ground around a vandalized police car, holding signs and yelling chants. Protesters chanted, "Hands up, don't shoot," and "Black Lives Matter."
Actually, a lot of white supremacists, a lot of right-wingers are probably...
Breaking news. Texas is the next state that just ordered the National Guard. So far, 8 states and the District of Columbia have issued it. Minnesota, Georgia, Ohio, Colorado, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Utah, Texas, and the District of Columbia.
You're going to hear this right. We need martial law to get rid of those colored people and stuff. We need... Those Democrats are causing riots. That's what they'll say, the right-wingers. A lot of extremists.
There's been a lot of killings happening in Baltimore, Maryland. The media controls what we see and when. Lots of people died in the last month who were all races and officers involved in shootings. You know, I've been curious about something. I'm going to check something out real quick.
What are right-wingers protesting about? Because most of right-wingers don't care if African Americans die. They actually support killings of people of color. They'd only go insane if a black cop shot a white farmer and the black cop got away with it. Then that's when you see all the right-wingers protesting. You wouldn't see them protesting over the death of an African American because they're racist. They don't care. They'd actually side with the cop. And if the cop got charged of murder and was sent to prison, then they would riot. They'd go in stores shooting their assault rifles like, "That cop was just doing his damn job! You're all gonna die because you want to acknowledge that the cops are doing their job!" That's what they would do. I mean, eventually states are just going to give up and say, as a country, just give up and say states are on their own.
On other news, PC Mag Editor's Choice 2020 Award goes to YouTube TV. Wouldn't mind getting CNN to watch, but
Making dinner right now.
I wonder if the National Guard folks lose their unemployment boost to go fight rioters. Yeah, but you notice this was on video. If it wasn't recorded, the world, this would not have been big. This reminds me of the Rodney King riots. You know.
Yeah, these riots just make Americans more conservative, more close-minded stuff.
Well, it's like Pee Wee said. The younger generation's going stir crazy, and they're basically causing trouble for everyone.
This cause this country go to the far right, and if you see a lot of hate bills like there were in the 80s. Something I didn't like about the 80s, there were a lot of bias in the 80s. America was mainstream to be a country for white people in the 80s. Until the late 80s, and then when hip-hop started to become more heard. But now you're going to have all that forgotten about. People are going to want to go back to the 50s and the 80s, the 50s, and live conservative lives and have strict laws on how people should dress, act, and what they can and can't do.
Well, like I said, the Rodney King thing was pretty big too, you know.
What year was Rodney King?
I don't remember. Hey, Google, what year was the Rodney King riots?
Here is some information from the web that might possibly help. 1992. According to Wikipedia, United States Marines in riot gear disembarked from their trucks and Humvees in Compton on May 2, 1992. Los Angeles County, California, U.S. The 1992 Los Angeles riots were a series of riots and civil disturbances that occurred in Los Angeles County in April and May 1992.
Well, that was also your Clinton. Bill Clinton got elected. It was a good thing. It was good. That's one good thing happened that year is Bill Clinton getting elected. Oh yeah, they also had Summer Olympics that year too. It was a leap year. Have you ever noticed that every leap year would have the Summer Olympics and presidential election?
Yeah.
1992, 1988, 1992, 1996, 2000, 2004, 2008.
Well, what about Daryl Gates? He made the news too in the 90s too.
Of course, they're not going to have the Olympics this year because of coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
They'll still have the election, just no Summer Olympics. Did they postpone the Summer Olympics or just can't flat out cancel it?
I don't know.
You know, a lot of people who were looking forward to competing in it were very disappointed about it. I think what it might do is when the pandemic's over, everything that was supposed to happen this year would be happening whenever your pandemic's over, and everything would be reshaped, you know? I just hope, you know, these wealthy right-wing business owners aren't controlling everything still, or have more control and a lot of people lose their rights. Hope that weird Apex guy never gets elected. That'd be a dark day indeed. We already got a warmonger in DC, but still, I mean, and yeah, I mean, did you know schools have been holding graduations virtually online,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not knowing like when school ever resumed. Therefore, graduation age, instead of being 18, maybe 21 now. You'd start school at a later age and graduate high school at 21. Because of that, they'll probably make it where you can't vote until you're 21 instead of 18. You can't do anything until you're 21. You can't buy porn or sign up for porn until you're 21. You can't, watch R-rated movies until you're 21. Remember when I was a teenager, right?
Uh-huh.
I always was looking forward to turning 18 to be an adult, right?
Uh-huh.
When I turned 18, right, I was old enough to buy tobacco, vote, get a driver's license without taking the driver's ed class. And we'll do a lot of stuff. I just couldn't buy. I was able to buy porn, watch rated R movies. The only thing I couldn't do is buy alcohol, right? However, in 2008, when I was 20, right, they bumped the gambling age, the age to buy porn, to gamble, buy lottery tickets, and stuff like that. They bumped it to 21. Therefore, 2007, right? There was someone we knew had a wedding reception at a casino in Wheeling, right? We went me and a few classmates of ours, because we were 18 at least, and we went to the casino and gambled. We actually, gambled a few dollars, just to see what it was like. The next year, in 2008, because some law of Bush passed, you had to now be 21. So 2008, the fall of 2008, I was 20 years old, right? Went to Arizona. My grandparents took me to a buffet there, right? My grandparents from Oregon, because they were there too, because my aunt was getting married. But they took me to a buffet in Arizona, right? They went to the casino to gamble, but I couldn't go with them because I was now too young to gamble. I was like, it sucks because the previous year I was old enough to gamble. But now, thanks to Bush, I'm too young now. It's 21. It's just like, what the F? It's like I gambled last year, but now I can't gamble this year because I'm too young, Then, of course, I wasn't really too bummed out because I knew that the following year I'll be able to once again be old enough to gamble because I'd be 21 in 2009. So I didn't care. Of course, I remember in 2012, I had a roommate, right? Her and her boyfriend always wanted me to drive them to the casino so they could gamble some money and get drunk.
Well, it looks like we're not going on vacation anytime soon with all this crap going on. I agree completely.
Yeah, this looks like this is the quality talking meal that you get at Ponderosa buffet. Have you been to Ponderosa?
Yes, I have.
Damn, that cooked it just like Ponderosa does, We have Ponderosa tacos today. Hell, even our school cooked tacos like this when I was in school, right?
So I rented a movie I'm going to be watching tonight again. It's called, what was it called?
Gods in Egypt?
Gods in Egypt, yeah.
Oh, I want to see that again. That was a good effing movie.
Gods of Egypt. Good movie.
Yeah. I like Egyptian lore. Before medieval, there was, Egyptian.
Breaking news. We just got a new news just came over the wire. New article just came in over the wire.
What is it?
Beverly Hills, California announces an 8 p.m. curfew. Will last till 8:30 a.m. to ensure the safety of citizens, visitors, and law enforcement personnel. Question is, will the Californians agree to a curfew?
No one's agreeing to a curfew.
Like I said to Pee-wee, Pee-wee's cooking dinner like you're cooking dinner, so her husband's on. Fumblebum's on.
Uh-huh.
So anyways, like Pee-wee and I talked about before you guys came in, everyone, is how is this going to affect the people? They're going to rebel. They won't give a shit. They've been in their house for so long.
Yeah. So I remember when an autistic trans man was shot in Arizona, because of that, some autistic group decided to go, shoot 3 police officers in return, saying you kill one of our people, we kill 3 of yours.
Rich people are rioting? Probably. Loading a potentially annoying weather report. It's raining and shitty outside. Don't forget your waders. I don't give a shit how many people riot. I'm going to the casino. No, what is that? Google, what's the medium house? Hey, Google, what's the medium house price in Beverly Hills?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
Well, what is the medium house in Pee-wee? Or is this Bumblebum still? Median. Hey, Google, what's the median house cost in Beverly Hills?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things.
Hey, Google, what's the median house prices in Beverly Hills?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
Hey, Google, what is the average house prices in Beverly Hills?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things.
White or yellow corn?
White.
Okay.
Hey, Alexa, what's the average house prices in Beverly Hills, California?
As of 2016, the median home value in Beverly Hills, California was $1,900,500 US.
$1,900,500, so almost $2 million is the household sale. So they're asking to. Oh, another breaking news just came over the wire. So let's see what it is. This is big news with everything going on tonight. Texas and Colorado have activated the National Guard. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has activated the National Guard to help respond to protests in the state.
In here you want on your tacos? Or you'll see them as this?
No, just eat them as is.
All right, here.
These look piping hot.
No. Supposed to be. I just cooked them. Having avocado with mine. What kind of sushi? I enjoyed Arizona rolls. Like a California roll, but Arizona style, spicier.
Yeah.
So yeah, they came out with California roll, which became very popular. So
Someone-
Arizona came up with the Arizona roll. Go ahead.
If someone was wearing a $2 million pair of hose, I would say they're rich.
I'd say they're insane.
Well, she was supposed to say house, dear, and she said hose, so I was playing on words.
I know. No, what I'm saying is that, pantyhose is something people should be worried about right now.
Yeah.
I've seen them sell pantyhose at the store on Orcus, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like, and what people wear these anymore? Oh yeah, the older ladies do because they
You finally did yourself good, Chloe.
What, the tacos?
With shells.
Thank you. Yeah, I bought those ones. Is that?
You said there was no other brands.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought. But no, I'm having some of those tacos too.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when you want more. I'll make them for you. Do
Thank you.
YouTube
This is delicious.
Make your YouTube. Just do your YouTube it. I'll handle dinner for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. This is good.
I didn't want this China Pearl stuff to go to waste, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep out meat and money. It's good stuff.
So is the tacos. God has truly blessed us well.
That's why you wake you up in the middle of the night, complaining about everything, and you're depressed on it. You shouldn't be depressed. But, oh yeah, you were stir crazy too. I could get a harbor. How about we go to harbor tomorrow during the day?
Yeah, that would be great. Should be. Google. Hey, Google. Hey, Google. What's the weather like tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Friday Harbor, it'll be mostly sunny, with a high of 62 and a low of 45.
All right. See you later. So who's with me? So who's with me?
No.
So Dakota's was supposed to. Well, I think you know. Is on her porch drinking, I think. You know how it is. Man, this is tasty tacos.
Didn't you say at one time Chinese people almost caused Shih Tzus to be extinct?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing, slaughtering them?
No.
The breed's been through a lot. Don't do anything, Moppy. Your Shih Tzu's been through a lot in the past.
Yep. Breaking news. Another news just came over the wire.
I don't know what happened.
Philadelphia mayor blames ragtag group for violence at a mostly peaceful demonstration. 14 arrests have been made in Philadelphia.
I bet you if there's a death of a white cop, and there's riots, if the riot was over a death of a white cop, they'd probably be let them protest over the death of a white cop.
No.
Because government, a lot of government people don't see black lives as essential.
I see all lives that are essential.
There's members of law enforcement who don't see it that way.
Excuse me, everyone. So, like I said, this is going to be this is a history and precedent of American history.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's really interesting tonight, you know.
Coming this fall, I gotta see how I need to go about voting.
You have to be have a Washington State driver's license.
Or try to request it out to seatbelt in Arizona. We try to help them flip Arizona blue.
Yep.
No matter if I cast a vote in Washington, it's blue anyways.
Hi, Moppy. What's wrong? So hungry, Mommy. So hungry. I need some tasty foods.
Moppy, you had tasty foods. Moppy, those so-called tasties of yours are treats. Okay? The main dish is kibbles. Main food source, Moppy. We're in a pandemic, pumpkin.
I'm so hungry.
We had to buy dog treats or kibbles. We're going to buy kibbles.
Yeah, I already got kibble. I got an unopened bag in the room, and I got some moisties, and I got some beef jerky.
Moppy,
But can I have another meal? I had porterhouse tonight. I want a duck.
You'll survive better off kibbles than moisties.
So, who's with me, everyone? No one?
After I eat this, I'm getting my dinner.
Well, everyone, seems the comments petered out, and I've given you a lot of time today, and I've given you discussions about the riots and so forth. Just stay strong. Stay in your house.
You should put a movie in.
Stay in your house. Don't go protesting. Don't get yourself in jail. Think of it. You're throwing away your lives just to go protest. A lot of protesters being arrested for.
Don't give people a reason to give Trump a second term.
Like I said, be safe. Don't cause any trouble. Stay safe. Be happy. And we'll check in with you all.
Tomorrow.
All tomorrow. Right. So, anyways, with that said, since comments are petered out and there's nothing to report, I will check you all tomorrow on the grounds that, I will keep you all updated. So, in the meantime, stay safe. It'll be movie time for us. And I just wanted to say to you all, be happy, be safe, and like I
Take care, everyone.
like I said, stay watching the news. You're going to see a lot of stuff at the fan. One's going to be the National Guard's going to be deployed in other states within the next 96 hours. So don't be alarmed. They're just doing their job to keep the protesters down because of it. And Black lives do matter. So if you have any problems or concerns or have any questions, please feel free to add me. Please subscribe, comment, post comments in the box, subscribe. And you guys will find more video footage, new content soon if a new stimulus comes out. Right now, we're dealing with the pandemic, which is really bad, and now the riots. So, with that said, everyone, please stay tuned for another video. And like I said, all is well. So, may God bless you in everything you do. Please add subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback or suggestions. Hit the like, subscribe button, hold some funding for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, and your happy-go-lucky tacos. Thanks for watching, everyone, and God bless you in everything you do.